Ghost, but he don't ever get to me. Bring out the Brinks truck, I'm young, flying iced up. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up. Boss your life up, I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up. Hey, when you on top, don't hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Hey, when you on top, don't hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Chill.
What's up, gang?
Let me go secure for the game right quick.
Hey, what's up, gang?
I got it.
I think it's my fault.
For real.
What's up,
Keep the
gang?
rest.
Hey, I got that chicken to go.
I'm gone.
A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce.
Good drip. Good drip.
But she love you. Don't cut your.
Yeah.
Reynolds Da Vinci is white.
That's light.
Limited Louis, that's light.
Too light.
Rape in the city, that's light.
That's light.
LED, look at the lights.
Too light.
We the ones don't like.
Don't like.
But you look too light.
Too light.
Why even play with your life?
Your life.
Bank account looking like yikes.
Looking like
I went from filling out kites
That's a call.
to putting it in my block. New Gucci sweater is drill.
That's drill.
Somebody give me a.
Drill.
These ain't like the cops.
Like bugs.
Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Act like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce.
Good drip.
But she love you, don't cut your.
Yeah.
Reynolds Da Vinci is white.
That's light.
Limited Louis, that's light.
Too light.
Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch it turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my zip the back that like a pogo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable to wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm out like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big bands like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce.
Good drip.
But she love you, don't cut your.
Yeah.
Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light.
Too light.
Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car.
No cap.
I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce.
Good drip. Good drip.
But she love you, don't cut your.
Yeah.
Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Gun! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun!
To throw on second down, Watkins. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Gun!
From the gun, Watkins. He's got his man, Boyd. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
Let's go! Blue 90!
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90!
Looking to throw on second down. Watkins, flush to his right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He got 29 yards that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, 26 yards. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his first look is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Over, over! Over, over!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
2nd down, Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Carl Lawson able to drop him for a loss of 4. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Watch 85, ball goes 85, watch 85.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Jordan Willis He's the one to get in this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs.
Gun! All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Operating from the gun, Watkins. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Lucky 56. We got three, fellas. We got 3. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Left
a second down throw for Mayfield. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Detroit, Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
From the gun, Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
Johnson on the counter. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39.
Mayfield on first down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Over.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. Blue landed.
On second down, Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hot. Hot.
Mayfield down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Bengals getting set to go.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39! Green.
To throw on second down, Watkins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
All right, here we go. Blue landed! Blue landed!
From the gun on third down, Watkins. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They begin the drive with Johnson. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
To throw, Mayfield. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Powerful running. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Over! Detroit!
On the ground, this is Johnson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Again, it's Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Watkins. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Off play action. Watkins. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue 90!
Here's a give to Mixon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to him on first down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Looking to throw on second down. Watkins buying time to his left. Throw left side complete to Ross. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Lucky 56.
From the gun, Watkins. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Carl Lawson able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Now let's go. Green 39, green 39. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Willis in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming.
Detroit!
This is
Detroit!
3rd and long.
We got three, fellas. Detroit! Detroit! Over! Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Gun!
Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
A handoff to Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Now Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down.
Here we go.
Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for the Browns. 44 yards.
All right, now, look at 56.
Mayfield to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Landry again the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney. Detroit!
Here's Mayfield. Flushed out running. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Gun!
Mayfield. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.